Yo, what's up guys? It's Tyrant and Packz here, and this is the lab live from the Red Bull Gaming Sphere, and we're bringing you some information on Street Fighter 5 on what you can do against this character.
This is frame advantage guide on how to deal with Cammy.
So Cammy, one of the strongest characters in the game right now.
Yep. In current meta, considered top 2, 3 by most pretty much around the world.
Yeah.
Very difficult to deal with in neutral. She's got very strong buttons. She's got very strong buttons, very strong dive kick, which basically her approach is insane. Her offense is probably one of the best in the game. It's about flustering. It's almost like she's trying to just overwhelm you with different options, and she doesn't allow you to think. And before you know it, you're in the corner, stunned, shielded, the round's over.
Just kills you so fast.
9 seconds gone. So
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen to everyone, even with anyone's help. What we're trying to do is just show you options you have in a lot of common situations.
Yeah.
And how to eliminate a lot of mix-ups, or how to mix up your defense with her extremely strong offense to make it hard for them.
Exactly.
To just almost autopilot. To make them think a bit more about their offense, which makes it easier on you and harder on them.
Exactly. We want to make the Cammy players think, which they don't normally do. So.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, reason why this character is even considered strong, it's just her buttons. She's got extremely strong buttons. She doesn't even need to play on the ground anyway, because she's got the strong diving button. She's got very good buttons anyway. Keep it at range. Very long range buttons. The light kick. She's got a lot of tick throws. She's quick. Very quick.
The movement is good. One of the best walk speeds in the game as well.
One of the best back walks in the game, which makes her shimmies really good. Got decent crush counters buttons. Decent. You can clip any high button. And she's got a lot of air options. So if you jump, she can anti-air with back medium. Back medium. She also has a DP. And for some reason, they gave her a stand heavy kick, which you don't really see her use, but she has that option as well.
That's crazy. She got so many options.
Yeah, so she's got a lot of options on the ground to stop you from approaching, and to buff it into her offense.
Right.
And aside from that as well, with all of that, she has probably one of the best tools in the game, which is the dive kick.
Oh, the dive kick. I mean, that's what a lot of people have trouble with when it comes to Cammy, you know.
So characters that can't change their jump arc, it's generally easier to anti-air, even though it's still hard to anti-air.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's generally easier to anti-air them because they only have one option, one arc. The reason why Cammy's so strong is because she can cut it short. So even if you're looking for a normal jump and she cuts it short, it can just whiff your, and that will happen, especially if you're looking for a jump from far and they cut it really short, really short. That will definitely happen. So one of the best and safest options is to do a jump back light.
Okay.
You've got one of the best jump back lights in the game, so that is an extremely good option.
Very consistent.
Even works against her EX dive kick. Sorry, let me just get that out there. There we go. And what you're doing here is even from far away. What you're doing here is just trying to eliminate just the whole dive kick in general.
Yeah.
If you miss, like what just happened where you whiffed it because you're a bit far away.
Back to neutral.
That's what you're just back to neutral. You're backing yourself to a corner a bit, but you're back to neutral essentially.
That's the risk that you take, really. Essentially, I mean, you're putting yourself further backwards, so it is risky to do that.
It's risky in terms of positioning, but
don't do that every time. Basically,
you can't only do that.
Yeah.
But they're probably not going to punish you for it.
True.
So even if they do it, they're probably not going to punish you for doing that. Even if they do a short dive kick, they probably won't punish you. And if they do a normal jump in, it's just an option to keep them out of the air. Another option where if you're actually anticipating the dive kick and looking for it is obviously you can anti-air it.
Yes.
It's quick, so you have to be ready. But if you're actually looking for it, then you're seeing the strength of the dive kick. You're seeing the strength of it, and that's
one of the reasons why it's good.
Strong.
Yeah.
And even Tyrant being ready and knowing it's coming, he's still struggling. But this is when you're very ready for the dive kick. These are options that you can use. That's another one. Reuse parry. You can do that as well. punish it with parry, as Ryu specifically.
I mean, yeah, that's just really your only
Yeah,
thing, right?
there's obviously different options for different characters. You can explore your character.
Abigail can do so. Akuma can do that. You know, characters with parries.
You can explore your character and obviously see it. So let's just put the
you guys should have this information on anyway all the time.
Yeah.
So
you can see basically damaging options or things like that. So some characters have V triggers that can stop time. So just as Cammy jumps, you could actually stop the time and get a full punish. Another option is just actually get the dive kick to whiff. So if the dive kick whiffs at all, you can stop a bit of recovery. So you can actually punish it on landing, just like that. Another one, obviously, the EX dive kick. The dive kick. And then there's when you actually block the dive kick. So there's different situations. If it's actually below the waist, especially the EX one, she's generally plus. So you can't really challenge those kind of dive kicks. You press it, it's 3-frame right
I pressed the 3-frame jab there, which is Ryu's fastest button.
Yeah. Like if you've done a good dive kick, you can't. That was a true string. Yeah. So you can't even press a button when it's a below the waist. If it's a slightly above the waist, you can press a button. And you saw that was actually punishable because it was about the shoulder height. So you could actually punish. And there, that wasn't punishable, but it was minus. So you could challenge.
If we get one to trade, that'd be
yeah. So that's a terrible dive kick there. And there you see it's minus, so can't even press a button there. So you kind of have to know the distance, the heights as well.
So generally the rule is sort of below the waist, she's very plus.
Yep.
Sort of just in the middle area of the character, sort of the waist area.
She can be 0 at best.
0 at best, so it's kind
and she has a 3-frame.
So it's kind of a neutral situation. Above the shoulders, kind of the head height.
Actually, she's
punishable.
Like -3, -4.
Yeah.
And Cammys can do something about this. They can take a risk if they like. To basically beat your button. If that's how you want to go out, I mean,
you probably see that in ranked.
You know what I mean? Another thing, another strong tool she has. This is specifically for like fireable characters.
Yeah.
And she has a frame 1 invincible EX spiral out. That's how late I can do it. Yeah. Frame 1 projectile invincible situation afterwards. If you dashes forward, she gets a meaty crouch medium punch. Your best bet there is to take a throw. Obviously, this all depends on your resources and whether she has V trigger, whether you have no bar. You can obviously do a DP. Whether you have no health or high stun. All these you have to take into consideration when you're making decisions as well.
That's just one of those tough situations where she's going to pressure you regardless.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's up to you what you do on defense. There are several options. Not one of them is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Because it's actually really good to mix up your defense and just keep them guessing.
A good defense in this game is just a varied defense where you can't be read.
Absolutely.
That's what a good defense in this. And you have to understand as well that you have to take a risk in everything you do. So if you want to backdash and they happen to do a heavy kick crush counter, then you're going to get crush countered. But you would have avoided the throw. So even though you might have made the wrong read, it doesn't mean the backdash was necessarily wrong. If your DP gets blocked, it doesn't necessarily mean the DP was wrong. It's just the reads and you making it wrong. It's kind of like the mindset has to change, really.
Yeah, you just have to mix it up the same way they have to mix up their offense.
Next thing about Cammy, which makes her extremely strong as well, 2-bar V trigger.
Oh yeah.
So she's definitely gonna get it, maybe even twice around.
Yeah. I mean, she has V-Trigger 2 as well, but the current meta that we see all the Cammy players using in tournament is V-Trigger 1, so we're going to focus on that one.
Yeah, so what V-Trigger 1 does, as well, she already has extremely good footsies and neutral.
Amazing.
Probably better than most characters. She can whiff punish a lot of characters with that button. She's got this button to keep you away. She's got really good anti-airs to stop you from jumping. She already has those good options. And she has a dive kick for when you're trying to play that game. But when she has V-Trigger, it's even worse now to challenge on the ground. So if this hits, she gets a lot of damage. And she gets the EXDP, which is just a lot of damage.
It's a ton, yeah.
And if you're in the corner, it's a terrible situation because she gets Oki after that as well. If she has super, she gets a lot of damage off the super. So she gets a lot of damage from...
I mean, a lot of Cammys, once she's got V-Trigger locked and loaded, I mean, the common button that Cammy players throw out is that crouch hard punch.
Yep.
Because on block, you know, they could go for a mix-up, they can go for a dive kick or a tick throw or whatever, and on hit they get a full combo. So
well, a lot of Cammys, this is almost a very common situation. It's not what they're always going to do, especially good Cammys, they might mix it up.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
The general activation,
that's a common one. Yeah.
So that's a good thing to look for where you can space, because this is quite a laggy button.
Yeah.
Where it can be whip punish. So for example, Ryu might be able to sweep that on reaction. So it's quite laggy, and you can actually whip punish it. And it's on block. It's a very good button. It's a very good button to. It's a good mix up where she gets a.
She can like tick throw,
or
go for a frame trap, or
delay BE. So generally they'll activate off the crouch fierce. And now when they're in this mode.
Same thing as before with the EX spiral arrow. She has the protect on invincibility. And she gets a huge reward of that if it hits grounding. Another thing is, for me, I generally don't actually try and challenge the dive kick unless I'm 100% ready for it. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's not worth it.
Yeah. If you block it, however, which you're probably going to do, and which is probably the best option to do in my opinion, because any other option where a late reaction you might get counted and then you get a lot of damage.
So what we spoke about earlier with the height restriction on the dive kick being plus or minus, in V-Trigger it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
she's plus anyway.
Always plus.
Always.
What you could do to basically make it better for you is stand block it. Yeah. So if you stand block, you're minus 3. She's plus 3 or plus 4.
Yeah.
And if you crouch block, she's always at least plus 5, plus 6, and above. Yeah. So you kind of want to stand block at best just to make it better for you, even though the situation is always bad.
Yeah.
And in the situation after you block the dive kick is a bad situation.
Yeah.
So
it's always bad.
Yeah. All you can do is make the best of a bad situation. So I mix up my defense. I V reversal. I press buttons, even though I'm minus. I backdash. I jump back. I take I block and take the throw.
Reversal.
Yeah. I do EX reversal if I've got it, just to make it hard for the Cammy basically. Her crouch medium punch will generally either be a true string or beat your free frame. So you don't really want to press buttons straight away.
Yeah.
The first thing you want to do if you've blocked it first time in the game is probably block and take the throw. You can V reversal, but you have to be V reversal properly. So you can't V reversal like a normal move. You actually get punished for that. For V reversal too quick. So what you have to do is actually delay the V reversal.
And do it the other way, actually.
You have to do it the other way, and delay the V reversal so that it can, at least the Cammy can block it. She's so plus that she could throw it. Throw this V reversal. But that is an actual good, a good situation. Because,
it's still a good option to have.
Because if they block the V reversal, for example, if they're not expecting the V reversal, they might do a button. And they get hit, and now you've switched the situation around and made her waste a bit of a V trigger. Or if they do start throwing, it means you can start doing things like jump back or throw.
I mean, it's also worth mentioning that Cammy, so the V trigger gives her 2 uses of any of the special moves.
Yes, exactly.
So
she gets the dive kick twice, and the recent buff from season 3 is where it lasts longer. So if they don't use it, she has it for quite a while. I think it's about 30 seconds, which is insanely long.
Plus now she gets the DP. She can actually juggle after that into the dive kick. Which is
so if she hits you with a DP, she can do that, and she's in a good situation to back throw or BT or anything like that. And if they know that you're V reversing, like for example you V reverse the 3rd time and they got hit, they might try and throw you the next time, which means you can jump back if you predict the throw. So they try and throw you, jump back. They can counter that, but they have to react. They have to be ready for it. And if they're ready for that, then that's good on them. But then the V trigger will be done because they've used 2 hits of the V trigger. But all this is about is mixing it up. They can punish the jump back by doing a BT. But if you, for example, now know they're going to do the beat, or read they're going to do the beat, you can do a wake up DP. So all you're doing here is trying to make the best of a bad situation. You're in a bad situation for blocking.
You have to accept that. That is the game.
That's part of the game. You have to accept that you're going to be put in a bad situation, so you have to make the best of it. And by mixing up your defense, you can actually turn it into your favor. For example, what a lot of Tyrant do is stand heavy kick after a block defense.
Try to throw.
Try and catch the throw or the delay tech. So what you can actually do is especially if you block it standing and make it less plus. Sorry, you can do a jab like a fastest button, a 3-frame. Even a 4-frame can work. So you actually done a 3-frame, and that was because I was pressing stand heavy kick to punish the throw or the backdash. And this is all just it's all risky stuff for you.
Absolutely.
But it's just to make it punish Cammy for different options.
Yeah.
And also mix up your defense so she can't just brainlessly press her face on the stick.
Exactly. Go ham.
Get free offense.
I mean, it's good to keep the opponent guessing and surprised as much as possible, because if you show the opponent that you've got all this wealth of defensive options at your disposal,
they just don't know what
they don't know what to do. They're going to think twice. They're going to mix themselves up.
Yeah, it's a guess for them, and then you can just start blocking.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you start blocking.
Start blocking, mate.
Then they start doing overextending things.
Yeah.
And again, blocking and taking the throw against Cammy, especially mid-screen, is not that bad.
Exactly. Yeah,
So-
that's true. So
That's not terrible.
I mean, you might have heard that there's a phrase being thrown around a lot. Cammy players, just take the throw, man.
Just take the throw. You
Just
can't take the throw forever.
You can't get thrown a million times, but
Yeah.
at least if it's mid-screen,
You're alright.
you're okay because you're out, essentially.
You go back to neutral at least, even though if she wins the neutral, at least you get a chance back at getting some damage, or maybe anti-airing, again using the dive kick counters. You might get some damage basically.
Exactly. But however, being thrown in the corner by Cammy
Yes.
is a completely different story.
This is a horrible situation, and there's nothing you can do about this situation.
You have to accept
except take a risk to get out.
Yeah.
So she hasn't got a throw loop because they've taken that out of the game. But if you're blocking, she can throw you.
Oh yeah, if you're blocking, yeah.
Yeah, if you're blocking, she can throw you. And this will happen in a real game.
As we've seen many times.
Yep.
We've seen players like Daigo
And
get
then
thrown for 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yep. And then the last time when you're one hit from stun, they walk forward, walk back, and you get shimmied, and then you get the full combo.
And you lose.
Yeah, and then you lose that round.
You're dead.
So you can press a button here, which will beat the throw. But the reason a lot of people don't press the button because that is worse than a throw.
A throw. It's more damage.
Yeah.
It's more stun. Oh man.
So that is worse than actually just taking the throw, which is why you sometimes see the throw happen 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the options you have, and bear in mind all these options are risky and they lose to something, but the options you can do, for example, you think a throw's coming, you can just hold up forward.
Oh yeah. Jump out.
You can hold up forward and try and jump your way out of there. So that is not a free escape.
It's not free. I mean they can punish that, right? So
Yeah.
if you show me
So
that.
they can actually punish that. That's not a free escape at all. That is not a free escape. So you definitely want to look at resources and things like that before you make this decision. Because if they have full super, it might not be worth it to go for this jump out. That's a lot of damage.
Because you jumped.
Yeah. Because you tried to jump out.
So
And
yeah, so like you
also
say,
gets set
look
up.
at the resources, make your decision based on that.
yeah. Also your resources as well.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of health, even you never want to take the super. But if she doesn't have super and you have a lot of health, you might be able to take the DP and get out. It's 120 damage and you're out the corner and you can fight back for the neutral again. Another option, even though it seems like you're not going anywhere, is backdashing in the corner.
Yeah.
Because this is not a meaty throw, if you press your fastest button, you're actually plus. Because that is not a meaty throw. It's a fake throw. So you're actually plus if you backdash and press a light button or your fastest button.
Also, sometimes they might, do a jab, time a jab, and you'll be reset out with the backdash because you're airball frames, and then that'll give you time to maybe throw them.
Yeah, throw them or even just do a DP because a lot of people like to press their button after a reset.
So let's have a look at that.
Yep, that situation there. Even though you're still in the corner, just being reset allows you to make another decision.
It throws them off. They're going to have to react super fast.
And they have to meet your reset, which is not easy.
It's not easy.
Another option, if they go for the shimmy, instead of teching, you could do like maybe a wake up crouch immediately. So they go for the shimmy. That's a good option. It's safe even if they block it for reuse case.
Exactly.
You can cancel it to V trigger for reuse case as well. And if they get hit, you're out the corner. You can dash forward at least one time and can slowly fight your way out the corner.
Yeah, we're seeing these kind of hard reads being brought into people's games more and more. We saw that over the weekend at Stunfest.
Yep.
Akainu used that to defeat NL.
Yep.
Get in there. Just do it. Do it. EX flash kick. Oh, the smart! How smart was that? How smart was that?
Countered the shimmy with wake up target combo from Guile.
Since we're talking about things like repeated throws and things like meaties in the corner,
Yeah.
it's important. If this happens to you, you're getting thrown again and again and again. Don't get flustered.
Yeah.
Don't think to yourself, oh man, I'm
He's
so
making
bad.
a read on me or something like
yeah,
that.
he's getting a read. This is the game. What I recommend to players this is happening to is make a decision the second you're getting thrown.
Yes.
Decide.
As you're knocked down.
Yes.
You should know already that you're gonna jump out. You're gonna press a button.
Backdash.
You're gonna backdash. You're gonna do a crouch, medium kick, a wake up. All of these have to be made immediately because you can't think, okay, I'll wait for her to walk forward and then
do it because you get shimmied.
It won't work. Yeah. It won't work.
Like stuff like that, you know.
Yes. It won't work. You have to make the decision very quickly to do whatever you're gonna do. So as you're being knocked down, you should already make a decision to press a button or throw or crouch, medium kick or DP or something. This is just to help you. You basically have to have confidence in your read.
You have to have confidence in yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Even if you're making the wrong read all the time, you have to have confidence in your read. You can't get flustered.
Your decision making is only going to get worse.
Yes.
If you get flustered
yeah.
or you get you can panic,
Yep.
and the opponent's going to see that, like you said, going to take full advantage. So.
Yeah. Another important situation with Cammy is post CA situation.
Oh yeah, so when she does the critical art, she is
Yep.
one of the few characters that does get a guaranteed setup.
Yeah, guaranteed setup.
Guaranteed.
So 5 or super setup, and a good option to use in training mode is the save state.
Yes, that's
So,
very important, man.
As you see, I've turned them on, and it says you save it with R3, and you load it with L3.
That's smart, man.
So
That's good. I mean, a lot of arcades, some arcades actually don't have that option, like
Yep.
myself, for example. But a lot of the newer ones, like you're using the Quamba Obsidian,
Yep.
does have the option there.
option.
And of course, if you play on pad, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have it as default.
So you can, I can save it right now. I've just saved it, and if I press L3 now,
Yep.
it repeats that situation.
So
I can get back into that Oki situation and find out options.
It's a lot easier than just
Yeah.
watching the animation a million times. You know?
So I'm gonna use save state here, and what she gets is a double dash and a meaty.
So I woke up with a free frame jab,
Yeah.
and you can see me getting blown up for it.
Yeah,
So
she gets a meaty.
Yeah.
So for me, one of the better options here is a delayed jump back. Obviously, again, this all depends on your resources. If you're wanting from stun, if you're wanting from death, you might want to do a wake up DP or a wake up crouch medium kick. It all depends on the feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we were saying before. If you're in this situation anyway, it's bad.
Yeah.
So it's the same as blocking a V-trigger dive kick from her. It's just a
Making
bad situation.
The best of a bad situation.
Making the best of a bad
And you're
situation.
gonna do that a lot in this game.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
That's,
the actual best option here, because she's so plus, she can't immediately throw you. So I think she's plus 10 or 12. She's plus 12. Yep. So she can't meaty throw you. She can't. She can do medium, but she can't do a meaty throw.
No.
Because the throw's 5 frames and you'll be 2. She's 2 plus.
she has to manually time that,
Yeah,
which
so-
is not easy to do.
Because she has to manually time the throw, you can actually do a delayed jump back. And what that will do is the delay for about 1 or 2 frames will block the meaty, and then the jump back at that point will jump out of the throw.
Escape the throw, yeah.
So this is not an absolute option. It's very hard to time because you're not always going to do 1 frame block or 2 frame block.
Yeah.
So you might mess it up, which is fine. But this is an option.
It's just
that is very good to use.
It's something extra to have in your arsenal. So.
Yeah. So there we go.
So you saw my input there.
It was an up back.
Down back and
and
then
then
up
he
back.
blocked the low again. Do it again. There you go. And you see the slight block, and then the jump out, and obviously you go back to block the meaty as well. But that's a decent option in that situation.
Yeah.
Especially because if you are one hit from stun or death or something like that, a lot of the time people do crazy things like DP, which sounds crazy, but the opponent might want to wait, might want to block it or delay for it, so they might do delayed throw or delayed button, and that delayed jump will get you out of it. So that's my advice to you guys, and that's the Cammy breakdown for you. This is just to help you guys.
Yeah, no, that was
Yep.
I feel like we covered a bunch of the most important options. There could be something we left out that we might include in later episodes.
Yep.
But we are planning on doing more of these character guides,
Yep.
just to kind of give you guys few more options you might not have thought about before against these top tier characters, and we're gonna try and get around to doing the full cast eventually.
Yep.
So.
We'll definitely hit up the most important and most spoke about characters.
Relevant
And we want you guys to definitely hit us up and tell us who you want us to do, who you want us to cover, for example. I'm sure Abigail will throw himself in there occasionally because that character's insane.
Abigail.
But yeah, definitely hit us up, leave some comments. We might do some polls on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah. Let us know what characters you guys want to see next, and not just characters as well. The game system. Let us know if you want any advice on anything else in the game.
Yep.
Like Pack said, we're going to do some Twitter polls and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, let us know, guys. We're here to help you level up your game. This is Frame Advantage, and we're out.
Who undid my laces? Cammy dive kicking the toe.
Cammy dive kicking the toes, undid the shoelaces.
Oh, hold on. Dude driving like it's Mario Kart.
Nah, her crouch medium punch is the actual shoe untire. She actually goes for your shoes.
That's actually what it is. Yo, I thought that was salmon.
I thought that was Damascus.
I actually thought that was salmon.
I actually thought it was like...
Maximum!
Yeah, it's Damascus. It actually looks like him on the camera.
That was actually salmon. Wait, he's gonna go past us. Hold on. Yo, salmon, bro.
Maximum!